Coverage. Our partner, the Omaha World-Herald, just called the death penalty referendum. They've declared the repeal side the winner. That means the death penalty will return in Nebraska.
The state legislature had repealed the death penalty in 2015, but there were enough signatures gathered on a petition with the backing of Governor Pete Ricketts to bring it to a referendum here in 2016. And the Omaha World-Herald has just declared that the side that's in favor of bringing back the death penalty has won. Here's reporter Maya Sines live.
Yeah, Jen, Craig, that's the word that we're hearing is that the death penalty will repeal. Now, I have Chris Peterson, who is a campaign manager for Nebraskans for the death penalty. Chris, how exciting is this, or what are you feeling right now?
Well, this is a very serious issue, first of all, and we're certainly gratified that the majority of Nebraskans have affirmed that we should have the death penalty in Nebraska. And now it'll be up to our state policymakers, the lawmakers, and the governor to move forward and make sure that we have a workable death penalty.
Now, I know we have some of the families here who are families of victims who have the criminals who may have murdered them on death row. What does this mean for them? Have you spoken to them?
You know, I have talked to family members of victims, of individuals who are serving on death row, and you know, they have just been really solid supporters throughout, whether on the petition drive last year or this year in the midst of the campaign, out there telling their story and explaining why it is, being in their shoes, that they felt we needed the death penalty. And so just strong supporters, and certainly they're also gratified with the outcome.
The numbers, are they surprising at all? Were you expecting to see more support?
Well, no, this is about what we thought would happen, and we were certainly pleased to see the strong support basically all across the state.
Awesome. And then also, speak to me a little about the families. I know Vivian, she was here on behalf of her daughter.
Yeah, Vivian Tuttle was here this evening, and her daughter was one of the 5 victims of the Norfolk bank shootings. And she has just been a key volunteer.
All right, that's Maya Sines, where tonight the Omaha World-Herald is declaring that the repeal the death penalty law forces have won. The death penalty is coming back to Nebraska.
Now let's go to the other side. Miranda Christian, who is with the people with Retain, they had wanted to get rid of the death penalty. Miranda?
Yes, I am at the Regency Lodge right now where they were watching. This is the Retain group, and I am with Senator Colby Koash, who was in support of retaining the death penalty, preventing it from being in Nebraska. Tell me your reaction to hearing the vote this evening.
Well, obviously the vote didn't go the way the campaign wanted it, but you know, from my perspective, the effort wasn't lost. I mean, we had a little over a year of a conversation. Not only within the legislature, but across the state with citizens and voters. And that conversation was worth having. And so I was happy to be part of that side of the conversation.
And close vote tonight within almost 10% is what we were discussing about. When it's that close, reaction to that?
Well, what that tells me is that this isn't a partisan issue for our state. This is an issue that crossed party lines, and thoughtful people across the state came to the conclusion that we came to in the legislature, which is this is a broken system that risks putting to death innocent people. But you know, not enough people thought it that way, and so at the end of the day, we've got you know, the people have spoken, and the campaign is over. But like I said, the conversation will continue.
Thank you so much, Senator.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you. Back to you guys.
Again, our partners at the Omaha World-Herald reporting the death penalty will be restored in Nebraska.
Ashford leads Bacon. The Trump-Clinton battle is a cliffhanger tonight. We'll toss it back to CBS News, and we'll see you in a few minutes right here on Campaign 26.